just about 3 inches across, 10 feet long. Alright, so I'm out here today doing a little bit more wood chipping, and some of you had asked to see a little bit more how big I can go. This thing supposedly is rated for 4 inches, but honestly it is I don't know, I don't really want to try a 4-inch piece on it because it's my new machine and I don't want to take a chance of messing it up, but I know at 3 inches, which I've put some through, that's about as big as I want to go. You could probably go a little bigger if you want to keep slow feeding them one at a time. If you need that though, if you have like a big business where you're trying to actually clear stuff and you need to get shred it all, then you need a professional grade machine. I mean, this is under $1,000. I think it was just $900. So this is not your machine if you're a professional. If you're professional, you're probably going to be at $5,000 machine to feed 4 and 5 inch pieces into it, or 6 inch pieces maybe, but or maybe 10,000. I don't know. I'm not a pro. So this is really for the home guy like me who needs to get rid of some of the stuff. And you know, what I don't burn, like I said, is under 3 inches, and so that's what this thing feeds great. As you saw, I put some 2.5, 2 3/4 inch pieces through. I'll try to find a 3 inch piece maybe, but honestly it does a great job for that. Bigger than that, I think you need a pro machine. So but anyway, I hope you're enjoying this. I hope this helps you see how this works. It is fast. I'm really surprised. I mean, as long as you don't get those big pieces. And I tried to show you some of those where they were really spread out. I don't want to have to spend all my time clipping all the branches off so I can feed them in through. If this thing seems to pull pretty well, and the chute narrows them down a bit, so I'll show you some more, but hope this is helping to give you a better sense of what it's really like running this thing. And if you didn't notice too, when I first pulled in, I put a trailer hitch on this thing. I've got another video for that, so watch that, and you'll see how I made that thing really for just a few dollars. It really wasn't expensive at all. As long as you've got, you know, a little bit of machinery and some skill to cut metal and drill holes in it. That's all I really did, and then spray paint a little bit and put some bolts in it. So it works great. I hauled you know, probably about 1,000 feet from, or not quite, but almost 1,000 feet from where it was stored down here into the pit where I've got all my wood that I'm cleaning up. So anyway, keep watching. I'm going to do some more cutting here, or more chipping, and hopefully this is helpful. All right. So here's probably about the biggest thing that I want to put through here today, and it's just about 3 inches across. So, but it's about 10 feet long. So it's about all I'm willing to messing up my chipper for a video. But anyway, I'll try it out. We'll see. I expect I'll have to slow feed a little bit, but hey, one of the things I do like about this so much, and I had mentioned in the very first video when I put it together, was that 5-inch wide blade that's on that. And it isn't so that I can take 5-inch limbs, because it won't handle that. It's so that all those limbs that have offshoots coming off that spread out quite a bit, they don't get hung up. They feed right through too, and it has no problem chewing those up. So like I said earlier, even though this is rated for 4 inches, I would recommend that whatever you want, realistically, like I wanted to get up to 3 inches, so that's why I bought a 4-inch chipper. And if you see one that's rated for 3 inches, it's probably just 2 or under 2 inches. So keep that in mind. I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't push your machine just to prove something, because I want it to last. It's a great piece of equipment. I love it, and it does everything I need it to do. So just keep that in mind. Let's see what this thing does. There it is, there's your answer. 3 inches requires a little bit slower feeding, but as you saw, it still didn't have a lot of problem with that. You could go bigger if you wanted to abuse your machine. I don't want to, but hopefully this helps. Hopefully that answers the question of the person who left the comment. And I appreciate the comments, if you, especially if you have constructive criticism as well. I don't mind a thumbs down if you are going to follow it up with some why you didn't like it, so I can make it better. I can't really make it better if you just give me a thumbs down. So anyway, this should give you a better sense of what this machine does, and I hope this answered the questions that I had, and that you like it. Like I said, I still love this. It's a great piece of equipment. The only small issue I had with it was the fact it's a little bit heavy to move around, and as you saw, I've dealt with that no problem by creating a real nice trailer hitch, and I can easily pull this around wherever I want it now, just like I would my wood splitter or wagon or anything else. So this will probably be the last one I do on the Powerhorse for a little while, but certainly other projects that I'll be working on, things that I'll be doing, and I hope you enjoy following along with me. All right, so I cleared out pretty much all the hardwood that was over here, which is quite a bit. There was a big pile over here, piled up all over top here. That was completely filled. So all of that ended up being this. Did a really nice job. A couple things that I want to make sure. I mean, it's easy to forget sometimes, but safety is obviously a big deal with these things. Try to make sure, one of the things I didn't do well here that I wish I had was had it facing the other way, so that I was never walking out across in front of the chute. Those rubber pieces do a great job, but sometimes when there are still limbs going in, branches going in, they'll open up and you'll get some stuff shooting out. So you got to be careful. Also, try to feed from the side. Never feed directly in front of it. Always try to be feeding from the side so that if anything does shoot back or kick back on you, you can get away from it, or you don't get hit by it, I should say. Also, these are a great thing to have around, these heavy duty clippers. Sometimes there's just too much on there and you got to clip some off to feed it in well. So there's that. The other thing, be careful not to like, I have this right on the cart and I wasn't paying attention, and this filled up and some of it started going back down inside, which then made some of it try to shoot back out. So be careful of that too. Stupid mistake on my part, but my mistake is your free lesson. At least nobody got hurt. So anyway, this is it's a really nice rig. I'm going to also, I think I'll actually do a real review of my Bannon wagon. This thing is probably one of my favorite, and I haven't done a, you know, I just showed a little video when I first got it, but I think I need to really spend some time telling you why I love it so much and why a wagon actually is. I was going to get a trailer until I started to learn a little bit more, and then once I use it, I'm just convinced that a wagon's the way to go. It sounds silly, but I'll give you a video on why that's so awesome and how much I use this for all kinds of things. So that's it. Really signing off for now. Hope you enjoyed this video as well. Give me a like, subscribe, hit the bell if you want to get notified when there are new ones, and have a great day. All right, thanks for joining me. Bye.